This tutorial on electrostatics is all about potential of localized charge distributions. The potential formulation in electrostatics, which we dealt in the previous video, helps to calculate the electric field since E equal to negative of del V. But if we want to calculate the electric field, we need to have the potential. How do we calculate V? There exists a relationship between V and rho, which is the Poisson's equation. According to Poisson's equation, del square V equal to rho over epsilon 0. But the problem is that it is the other way around. It would give us rho if we knew V, whereas we want V from rho. In this section, we shall discuss how to invert the Poisson's equation to find out the potential from the charge density rho. For a point charge at the origin, the electric field is given by E equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 1 over r square times r hat. And also, a line element dl can be written in the spherical polar coordinate as dr r hat plus r d theta theta hat plus r sine theta d phi times phi hat. When we take the dot product E dot dl, this will yield 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 q over r square dr. Now, setting the reference point at infinity, the potential of a point charge q at the origin can be calculated to be Vr equal to negative of integral O, which is the reference point, to r E dot dl. So this is the standard equation, and when we supply the limits, this will be 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 integral infinity to r q divided by r prime square dr prime. Here r prime is a dummy index, and this is equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 q over r prime starting from infinity to r, and this will get as 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 q over r. The advantage of using infinity for the reference point is that it simplifies the final result by killing the lower limit of the integral. And also note that the negative sign in the definition of the potential is to ensure that the potential of a positive charge comes out positive. Also, the electric field will always point from regions of positive potentials to regions of negative potentials. In general, the potential of a point charge q is Vr equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 q over script r. As always, script r is the distance from q to p. If you remember, this has been the convention that we have been following for the position vector of charge q and point P. Now, if we have a collection of charges, then according to the superposition principle, the potential is given by Vr equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 sum over I equal to 1 to n, then Qi over script Ri. And for a continuous charge distribution, the sum becomes an integral, so that VR becomes 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 integral dq over script r. Now, how does this equation change for a volume charge? So in this figure, we have a volume element d tau, which is at a distance script r from P. In that case, the potential can be written as VR equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 integral rho r prime divided by script r then d tau prime. Rho r prime because the position vector of the volume element is r prime. That is, if we know rho, we can use this expression to compute potential, and from here we can calculate the electric field using E equal to negative of del V. And therefore, this equation in general can be considered as a solution of the Poisson's equation for a localized charge distribution. In terms of rho, the electric field is given by ER equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 integral rho r prime over r square script r d tau prime. Now the corresponding potential is VR equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 integral rho r prime over script r then d tau prime. Now comparing these two equations, we find that the pesky unit vector r hat is gone in the expression for the potential. The potential of a line charge can be written as VR equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 integral lambda r prime over script r dl prime. Now the potential of a surface charge is VR equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 integral sigma r prime over script r dA prime. Now let us do problem number 15. Find the potential of a spherical shell of radius r that carries a uniform surface charge. We have already done this problem earlier, but in a different approach. This time, we'll do it using the formula for potential. Let us assume a spherical shell. Fix the coordinate system. This is x, this is y, and this is z. Let us draw a patch on this spherical surface, and the radius of this sphere is capital R. Now, the point that we are considering is along the z-axis. Let us denote that point by P, and we'll fix this height as z. Draw a vector from the patch to the point that we are considering, and this distance will be denoted as script r, and this angle will be theta prime. So our approach is to find the potential from the standard expression, and if we want, we can calculate the electric field from the expression E equal to del V. Now the potential is given by VR equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 integral sigma over script r dA prime. Applying the law of cosines to the shaded triangle, we have r square equal to capital R square plus z square minus 2rz cos theta prime. Now, an element of surface area on the sphere is given by r square sine theta prime d theta prime d phi prime. And hence, this equation can be rewritten as 4 pi epsilon 0 Vz equal to sigma times integral r square sine theta prime d theta prime d phi prime over square root of r square plus z square minus 2rz cos theta prime. We have integral 0 to 2 pi d phi as equal to 2 pi. Therefore, this equation becomes sigma times 2 pi r square integral sine theta prime d theta prime divided by square root of r square plus z square minus 2rz cos theta prime. Calculating this integral may seem a little bit difficult. To know how this could be done, I recommend going to the website integral-calculator.com. There we can supply the integration equation in this field. Set the limit of integration. And press this button go. So this was the input. And this is the result. If you want to know the detailed steps, you can click here and find the detailed steps. Now coming back to the problem, we have the solution for 4 pi epsilon 0 Pr as equal to 2 pi r square sigma 1 over rz square root of r square plus z square minus 2rz cos theta prime. The integration limit is from 0 to pi. So this is equal to 2 pi r sigma over z times square root of r square plus z square plus 2r times z minus square root of r square plus z square minus 2r times z. And this can be written as 2 pi r sigma over z, then square root of r plus z the whole square minus square root of r minus z the whole square. At this stage, we should be careful to take the positive square root for r minus z the whole square. For points outside the sphere, we have z greater than r. And in that case, we'll take square root of r minus z, the whole square, as equal to z minus r. For points inside the sphere, we have z less than r. And in that case, square root of r minus z, the whole square, will be taken as r minus z. In other words, this term has to be modulus of r minus z. Otherwise, the value of the potential will be a complex number. Thus, we have the potential Vz as equal to r sigma over 2 epsilon 0 z r plus z minus z minus r, which is equal to r square sigma over epsilon 0 z for points outside the sphere, and Vz as equal to r sigma over 2 epsilon 0 z r plus z minus r minus z, which is equal to r sigma over epsilon 0 inside the sphere. Now, in terms of r and the total charge on the shell, q can be written as equal to 4 pi r square sigma. And therefore, the potential in terms of r can be written as 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 q over r for points outside the sphere, and then 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 q over capital R for points inside the sphere. Problem 16 is to find the potential inside a uniformly charged solid sphere whose radius is capital R and whose total charge is Q. In this case, the potential is VR equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon 0 integral rho over script R times d tau. Here d tau is the volume element, which is given by r square sine theta dr d theta d phi, and script r is given by square root of z square plus r square minus 2r z cos theta. The only difference is that in this case, this patch will become a volume element. And now the potential can be written as V equal to rho over 4 pi epsilon 0 integral r square sine theta dr d theta d phi over square root of z square plus r square minus 2r z cos theta. As before, we have 0 to 2 pi d phi equal to 2 pi, and we have to find out integral 0 to pi sine theta over square root of z square plus r square minus 2r z cos theta d theta. From the lookup table, this can be written as 1 over r z, then square root of r square plus z square minus 2r z cos theta from the limits 0 to pi. So this is equal to 1 over r z square root of r square plus z square plus 2r z minus square root of r square plus z square minus 2rz, and this is equal to 1 over rz, r plus z minus modulus of r minus z, and this will be equal to 2 over z for r less than z, and will be equal to 2 over r for r greater than z. Now the potential is V equal to rho over 4 pi epsilon 0 times 2 pi times 2 integral 0 to z 1 over z r square dr plus integral z to r 1 over r square dr. This is equal to rho over epsilon 0 times 1 over z cube over 3 plus r square minus z square divided by 2. This is equal to rho over 2 epsilon 0 r square minus z cube divided by 3. But we have rho as equal to q over 4 pi r cube, and hence Vz is given by 1 over 2 epsilon 0 3q over 4 pi r cube times r square minus z square over 3, and this is equal to q over 8 pi epsilon 0 r 3 minus z square divided by r square. In general, p can be written as the function of r, and this will be equal to q over 8 pi epsilon 0 r times 3 minus r square divided by r square.